to Inside Boxing's Throwdown. This is our third and final episode for this Sunday. My name is Steve Johnson. My co-host Aurelio Martinez. This guy's been chomping at the bit for this third and final segment, which is our open topic. Aurelio, I'm just going to turn it over to you. What is really in your craw this morning? I know what it is, but
well, no, I just wanted to bring out what's going on in the boxing now. You know, it's kind of funny, but I just want to make mention, like we talked about Teofimo, okay, and how he came in and he fought for a title, and he's relatively new. What's he, 9-0 or something like that? Okay, he's a Bob Arum fighter.
Yeah.
And he fought a guy that was 25-0.
Yes.
Okay. Now, see, this is the business of boxing, on how you bring up a fighter and you bring in new blood and you keep a stronghold on the boxing audience. You keep a stronghold on the finances coming into your companies. And I'm talking about Bob Arum in Top Rank, okay? He's not going to let anyone else get in there and even squeeze in that door. So he's bringing up his future champions, his future marquee fighters, and he's doing it the right way. I mean, he's having the fighters, and you got all these other guys, okay, that are taking the other road, and they continue to give their prospects hand-picked opponents, and not bringing up their ability and their skill set to become a marquee fighter. So yes, they're going to end up being, 12-0, 20-0, whatever it is, but they're going to be like this guy that Teofimo just fought, 25-0, and really when you get into the big fight and you fight someone that's really talented and skilled, you fail miserably. That happens with a lot of fighters today, and that really kills a lot of prospects that are talented, is because they don't want to fight anyone. They refuse to fight anyone and pick it up. You have to bring them up accordingly. There's an awful lot of fighters out there that are undefeated. There's a lot of fighters that have 1 loss, 2 losses, and a bunch of wins, but they just don't have the skill set. And if you don't fight them, you're never going to build up. He's taking that time to get his fighters up there, and he's slamming that door on other promoters like Oscar De La Hoya and all your other promoters that are trying to come up, and even Premier. Okay, you have to keep the line going, okay? Because obviously Pacquiao's on his outside. He's left Top Rank. He's gone. So someone's got to move into the thing. Who else has Bob Arum got that's a marquee fighter right
Terrence
now?
Crawford.
Terrence Crawford. Okay, he knows that's going to be there for a while. So we talked about it before, Steve. He just knows how to bring up the fighters. I mean, he brings up a mediocre fighter and he puts him into a marquee position, makes his money, and then he moves on into the next one. Okay.
Well, let's not get it twisted. Bob Arum is very crafty in knowing what he does. This guy that Teofimo fought was a guy that with a fantastic record, and a guy that was considered to be dangerous to a lot. But Bob knew that Teofimo could handle it.
Absolutely.
He's not putting him in there with a guy that he says, oh, it's a questionable. No, that happens in a world title fight for big money. That's the only time we put him in there now. Right now, it was a really good thing because Teofimo Lopez is really hot, especially in Las Vegas. I mean, his name is everywhere in Vegas. And you look around, and I mean, for him to handle this guy like he did, like you said, it's a guy that William Silva was not a guy I was familiar with.
Yeah.
So that doesn't mean anything on the grand scheme of things. But he was undefeated.
He's undefeated.
Okay, and he knocks off a guy who's undefeated, and not like him 9-0. This guy's 25-0.
Absolutely.
So it's like he's and once again you have to remember, Bob Arum puts Bob Arum guys against other Bob Arum guys. So he knows exactly what's going on. He gives all of his guys the opportunity, and if you knock off my guy, a classic example of is when Bob Arum put Mike Reed against Jose Ramirez.
Yeah.
Okay, that's 2 top-ranked guys that both of them were stars, but Bob Arum said we need to find out who's the guy.
Exactly.
So we can go forward.
Exactly.
Okay, so
exactly.
Bob Arum, like we said, we've done it. That if I was a manager of an up-and-coming kid and Bob Arum called me, we got to go.
But you got to take a shot.
Yeah, you got to.
Because Bob Arum will drop you in a minute too. He'll drop you in a minute. he won't sit there and listen to you saying, no, I don't want to fight that guy. No, I don't want to do this. No. He knows what he's doing. You need to pass the test. Okay, if you don't pass the test, then honestly, becoming a world champion is not for you.
Well, what have
You
we
gotta
said
pass the
before,
test.
man? It's the business of boxing.
Yeah.
And Bob Arum knows the business of boxing. It's funny because when we talk about the business of boxing, Floyd Mayweather knows the business of boxing from the Floyd Mayweather side. You look at him with these fighters that he has, he's clueless on how to move a fighter.
Well, they're leaving. They're all leaving.
Look at Javante Clark. He's ready to go.
Yeah, they're
You know,
leaving.
the rumor was that he was signing this big multi-million-dollar deal with Adrian Broner. That comes out to be a false rumor. I don't know if Broner put that out there, who put it out
I
there,
don't
but
know.
that is fizzled just as fast as it came out, mainly because of the numbers that they were talking about. 5 fights for $50 million.
Well, that was the first clue.
Yes, that was the
That was the
first
first
clue.
clue.
We know Floyd doesn't have. He's not gonna
Floyd
put no
doesn't
money
give
like
anybody
that.
no money, no free money.
No, and Floyd is on record. Don't forget,
Yeah.
Floyd is the one who's on record saying all these young guys, they want all this millions of dollars and they ain't done nothing.
And they don't want to do nothing.
And there's Adrian Broner. He don't want to do nothing. He wants to cash out, and he's no longer that cash out guy.
Yeah, so well.
So,
But that's I just kind of wish that Al Heyman would kind of add that to his arsenal, because he took all that investors' money and he's using it, and he's got all these top name fighters, Thurman and Spence and all these other guys, and I think he's got the Charlo brothers, right? But he's got, my point is, he's got the big names, and he came in with a strong impact, but he doesn't got anyone on the second level coming up, okay? And these guys are going to look what happened to Thurman. Thurman hasn't fought in 2 years now.
well, Thurman, I think Keith Thurman was was hurt way than was indicated.
Well, but that's what I'm
think he was
saying.
hurt.
But whatever the reason
But let's
is,
go back to the thing
whatever the
with-
reason is, he doesn't have anyone to step in there now.
But the great example you had of was the Charlo brothers. This is where Al Heyman came at a disadvantage, because Bob Arum has 20 guys that he could put the Charlo brothers in that would be competitive.
Yeah.
They would beat them, but it's competitive building them up. There's nobody, like you said, under PBC. There's nobody there for Earl Spence to fight. I mean, and that's where Bob Arum has the business of boxing locked down. Like I said, he's got so many guys that you would recognize the name. You say, oh, that guy's not bad. So if you fought the Charles brothers, you'd say, oh, okay. What can Earl Spence get? The guy that he fought down in Dallas for his home, for his home debut.
And that wasn't any good. I mean, that wasn't any good.
That's what I'm saying, because they have to go find guys. Bob Arum, all he's got to do is go through the Rolodex. He's got guys lined up.
Yeah.
Big difference. Big
Yeah,
difference.
I'm telling you, people need to learn that. I don't understand how and why. I mean, I guess there's more to it than people realize, and the other thing is, you have to be able to put money into your program to get them kind of results. You have to, and to put money into your program to get them results, Steve, you have to have the money. Okay, you can't be like me doing club fights, where I'm worried about paying someone, $3,000-$4,000 to come and fight, and ruining my card where I ain't got no money. Okay, you got to have the money in your pocket. Okay, so
it's a no-brainer, and like I said, not to beat that dead horse, but there's a whole lot of guys out there. I call them the great pretenders. That they want to be these big-time promoters, and they get to find out. Al Heyman came in like gangbusters. He had the right idea.
Yeah.
But now you look at Bob Arum. What does he do? He goes back after Oscar De La Hoya signs an ESPN contract. Bob Arum comes back and signs an ESPN contract.
Yeah.
And he says, I don't care. If he can do this stuff with Oscar, we'll do our thing. He's already blowing Oscar out of the water.
Here's what you're going to get with me, ESPN.
That's right.
Here's what you're going to get with him. Okay. I mean, Oscar's had some very, very talented fighters, and I'm trying to think of the guy. Help me out if you can remember, the guy from New Mexico that wanted to fight anybody and everybody and wanted to move. And he was very talented, and Oscar just held him back, wouldn't fight him, and wouldn't do anything. He was kind of pulling that Mayweather, holding the guys and stopping them from fighting. I don't know where the thinking comes from. I really don't.
You know where it comes from. Everybody sees dollar signs.
Yeah.
They see dollar signs, they think it's going to be easy, and it's not. So, having said that, that's the end of our third and final segment for this week of radio with Inside Boxing's Throwdown.
10 seconds, baby.
My name is Steve Johnson. My co-host Aurelio Martinez. We'll be back next week, and we'll talk about the following week's fights coming up. And as usual, we end every episode. Inside Boxing Throwdown. Put your hands up.